The almighty UK cost of living. I'm going to be telling you about what I spend in a month. But before I go further, please remember that these expenses is due to the fact that I'm a family of 5. We live in a big town in Scotland and we prioritize some things more than the other. So it will depend on your lifestyle, your family size, the way of your life, or ever you spend, or even your income are some of the things that will determine how much you're going to be spending. Please note, this is not a show off video. It is just to tell you, give you an idea of what I spend. And remember, the reason why I'm spending this much or this little is because, of course, this bill is shared not just by me, but with my husband. And it is because we have young children that needs to eat, feed, and be sheltered. Okay, so I'm going to be making this video today. Remember to follow my YouTube channel, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow my Facebook, and I'm on all social media platforms at Gloria Oteko. I made a similar video with Esther, Tochi Esther on YouTube, and I thought, I've not updated you on my cost of living in the UK since I last did the last one few years ago. So let's start from the major expenses. I am currently renting in the UK. So if you're paying for mortgage, it should or may be lesser than what you pay for a rent. So I'm currently renting a 3-bedroom house in a beautiful town in the 5 council area of Scotland for £660 every month, and it is a 3-bedroom house with front and back garden, which we are happy with for our family size. Living in Scotland, we pay council tax. Council tax is what you pay to the government to take care of your environment, to take care of your bin, to pick your beans, and we do not pay for water, unlike those that lives in England. So all water, everything is included in the council tax, and we pay about £130 for our band. So it doesn't matter where you live, how many rooms you have, just have to do with what your council determine you're going to pay for the band or the area that you live. Okay, so we pay about £130 every month. After that, for our electricity, before now we were paying direct debit of £72 every month, but you know electricity bill went up and everything became extremely expensive. So we are currently paying £230 for both electricity and gas. Those two are included in our electricity bill for the price of £230, and it is fixed because it is direct debit. So it doesn't matter what we use, what we don't use. They just know how they minus it within themselves for summer and winter. So we just pay the same fixed price. Some people will be paying as to go. There have been times when we had to recharge. We put the key in and it takes the money. When it's finished, the light goes off. You need to go and buy another one. But currently, we constantly have light and we pay by direct debit. After that, I pay for Wi-Fi. I'm currently with Virgin Media. I'm not advertising them, but I pay £25 per month for my Wi-Fi, and it is unlimited. You know, I do social media, so I use internet a lot, and it's just unlimited. I just keep using it. And then to grocery. Grocery is one thing that will also take the huge bulk of your money, depending on if you're going to be shopping for African food or for the normal groceries here. Okay, so in a month, African food, we do not shop every month and we don't buy every week, because for us to get African food, we have to travel either 45 minutes to Edinburgh or over 1 hour to Glasgow. Also, whenever we go, we buy things in bulk. I mean, like bags of food, like 20 kilograms of rice, like that. So we buy something that lasts us 3 to 4 months, and of course some of them are not fresh. They're going to be frozen. That is the disadvantage. So when we go, the last time we went last week, what we spent, because everything is now extremely expensive, like expensive, what we spent last week was £320 for African food, and that will take us within 3 to 4 months. I'm talking about red oil, rice, gari, beans, all those African food stuff. But then talking about the normal grocery that you buy in Asda, and that being said, you need to determine which of the shops you want to go. Something you get for £1 in Asda, Aldi, Lidl, you can get it for £1.50 in Sainsbury's, M&S. Depend on where you shop, depend on your taste and your class. If you like to be classy, you can determine what shop you want to shop from. I like to go to Aldi because I think they have good quality, fresh stuff with good price. Sometimes I go to Asda, sometimes I go to Lidl, just depend on whichever I want to go, or which, if I'm coming from work, I'll just easily go to Asda, or if I'm actually going to shop real food, I'll go to Aldi. I'll go to Lidl or Aldi, but if I want like frozen food, I'll go to Iceland or farm food. Just depend on what I'm buying every month for that. Sometimes I will go in and I will shop for about 150 in like one time. And other days I can go and spend only 20-30 pounds just because I will need only top up of maybe milk. Milk finishes on time. Milk, cereal, or egg, bread, those little things that you consume all the time. So in a month with grocery, I spend nothing less than 350 to 400 every month on grocery. Just depend on how generous I am. And that being said, I grew up having to write lists because my mom will always say, write lists, we write lists, and you know how much you're going to spend. But me, when I go to the shop these days, by the grace of God, I just go aisle by aisle and just look, and anything I need, I put in the bag. I don't believe in cutting costs when it comes to feeding. People cut costs on so many things. Some people cut costs on feeding. They will write lists and determine what they're going to buy. But for me, I don't budget feeding because I believe whatever you eat is what stays with you. I believe my body is my engine, and it's the most precious thing out of every other thing. My house rent, my bills, although you're still doing it for yourself, but feeding, I think, should be priority. And being hungry, I will not be as productive to even make that money. So feeding is something that I do not estimate. When I need food, I go out and I buy, and we always cook at home. Sometimes we eat Chinese, we buy food from outside, but most of the time we eat from home. So that has also helped our expenses when it comes to feeding. If you're eating out, you're going to be spending more. If your family is smaller than mine, they're not going to be spending more. And depend on the shop that you're shopping as well. So like I said, I spend about 350 to 400 pounds every month on just normal grocery. And then when it comes to transportation, just because I drive, if you're going to be riding buses or taking taxis, it's going to differ. Currently where I work, it's a 15 minutes drive to work and 15 minutes drive back. So that's 30 minutes. I then take my children anyway, I take my daughter to nursery, but the other two boys, they take the school bus, and then other runs like go to church, come back. I don't go out as much, go grocery shopping. Those are the major things. And bear in mind as well that we have two cars that we share in the house. So my husband has this car while I have my own. So this transport expenses is only my own expenses. It's not inclusive of what my husband spent for his own transport. Okay, he also drives. So if you're going to be using maybe one car, or you're going to be using public transport, your cost of living will also be altered or affected by that. So because I drive, and it also depends on the car you drive, that is how much fuel you're going to consume, or the tax, the road tax, and all that. So we're going to divide the transportation into different aspects because, of course, you're a car owner. I don't pay anything like, sometimes you buy a car from Arnold Clark or from, car outlet, and you have to be paying monthly. I bought this car outrightly, but there was a time I bought a car from Arnold Clark that I was paying monthly about, £100 per month. But currently I don't pay on that. So the car is like fully paid for. But fuel wise, there was a time even last year, towards the end of last year, I was fueling that car for about £100 to £105. Because the fuel price went up. But now I'm able to fuel the car for about £80 to £85 every month, and it takes me the whole month. Sometimes it's even remaining at the end of the month. Just depend on if my husband has decided that my car is the one we're going to be using for going to church or going long distances. Like we went to Edinburgh and we took my car. So things like that we make you consume more fuel. But if it is just going to work and doing the normal routine, my normal routine, going to the gym whenever I'm off, taking the children to their school whenever I'm off, going to work when I'm not off, all those basic things, I spend about £82 to £85 on fuel alone every month. I then pay for road tax about £19 every month, but if you're going to pay in bulk, it's about, I think, 120, 130 for the road tax that you pay. And then I pay for my car insurance. Before now, my car insurance was a bit high, over 100 and something. But then, just because of the type of car it is, so depending on your car, sometimes there's been a time when we're paying just £30 a month, depending on the car. And I think my husband also pays very, very less than I pay. But currently, because I was able to join my husband insurance kind of somehow, and I've got years of no claim on driving, so that has helped me reduce my insurance a little bit. You can get it cheaper, but this is what I pay. What I pay currently is £65 every month for my car insurance. So if you add the fuel, the car insurance, and the road tax together, that's what I spend on transportation every month. The other things I spend on personally, this is not applicable to everybody, and this is just particular to me because I just believe that this body is the one that does all the work. I have gym membership, which I always say to myself, Gloria, it's okay to spend on exercising because I have treadmill at home and I will never use it. I need that motivation. I go to gym classes, meaning I go where instructors actually instruct me on bodybuilding, you know, all those other exercises that I register for. And I'm also in a swim class. So all that, I pay about £40 every month, apart from my children's swim class and their membership for their football. Let's leave all those ones apart because it's not compulsory. So, but personally, I pay for gym class. And what I always convince myself to pay that bill is, imagine people that smokes, people that drinks, people that party, people that buy designers. They're spending their money. So why can't you don't do all that? So why can't you just spend that money on keeping fit and, you know, being healthy and feeling happy if that is what you love to do? So that is what I pay for that. And then my unison, because I'm a nurse in the country, in this UK, you need a union, just like insurance, in case, God forbid, the day you go and commit medication error, you commit malpractice, something that you're going to be in trouble for. You have this union who will come, they will give you lawyers and they cover me. My insurance is about up to £1 million. God forbid if I have to pay to settle anything, I have them. So I pay every month since I got my registration. I pay £17 every month. So this is what I spend in total. What I spend in total, the bill, the food, everything is about 1,009 every month, but the month I don't do African shopping, let's say 1,005, 1,006. My math may not be correct, but thereabouts. And like I said, please don't forget that this bill is not paid by only me. I'm married and my husband, by the grace of God, is supportive. We share our bills the way it works for us. So like I cover some things, he covers some things, so we both meet in the middle. So remember, these expenses is not just my expenses and it's not just my consumption, it is the whole family. Okay, so at the end of the day, will I have savings once I've paid for all this? Not all this by myself, I mean once I have my own share of these expenses, will I still have enough savings to sustain me, to make me happy? I'm not 100% there, but yes. Do I have enough? I don't know. But will I have savings? Yes. Am I able to pay my bills? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. I hope this has given you a tiny idea of what the expenses in the UK is. But don't forget, especially rents can differ. In fact, in England and even some part of this same Scotland, if you're living in Edinburgh, you can be paying for house rent for about eight something, 900, even up to 1,000. So it also differ from, you know, your lifestyle. If you like to wear Gucci, you know, Louis Vuitton and all that, it also differ. So that is it. Remember to like, subscribe, click on the notification bell. If you don't want to miss more content like this, follow me. If you snooze, you lose. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you so much for your support as usual. Let me know what other topic you want me to talk about in the comment section. I will see you in another video. Until then, stay safe and don't be scared. You're going to live within your mix. Remember, there was a time I made this video about the 50-30-20 rules. That's a separate video on its own. If you want me to redo that video where you know what you're spending, what you're saving, and what you have as extra to pay for debt and all those things. If you use that rule, you don't go out of that, you're going to be fine. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Until then, I remain your baby girl of life. Ude, let me borrow that word. Who they zuzu. If it is not me, it is not me. Thank you. Bye.